This is really alien to me because I've never been asthmafied before, and for the first time I can hear my own voice. It's horrible. Enjoy. So I'm going to read from. It doesn't look this manky on the table. This is my horrible printy version. So I'm reading from A Mother Unearthed, which is my new pamphlet, and I'm going to start with a poem that I wrote for the centennial of the suffrage movement, and it's called Suffrage. I'm very good with titles. Oof, so, suffrage, aka suffer bitch, suffer and rage with what your mother gave you, with your mother's tongue, and yours a bloody stump, a fiery whip, a hollow dart, and it shatters on impact. Shards pierce the heart of boys like Kai, and the Snow Queen thaws by her own internal combustion. And your sash that you wear, made from scraps of your mother's hem and your grandmother's net curtains and trim from your auntie's furs, and badges worn not with pride but earned with grief, and stuck on with spit and caked blood and the grit from your eyes, and you're tired, and you're really tired, and you march on and you're tired with honour, and you strive on your 100-year war, not through choice but the necessity of your daughter's survival. Good way to kill the tension. So this is another one that I wrote for the centennial, but it's also part of the poetic practice course. Who was on the poetic practice course? What sad is it? At Royal Holloway, plug. So this is called Splendid Stomach, and it was made from a collection of texts that I found. I was allowed to find them, I didn't just go snooping, in the archive for the Rights of Women exhibition that happened in. I know when did it happen? October? Yeah, around October. And it was in Senate House. This is from a collection of medical texts, one of which was a petition written by a group of European women MDs and doctors who were asking the University of London to let women study medicine there. And this eventually led to the founding of Bedford College. And the rest of the texts that I used were from medical texts and folkloric texts from all different eras, written by men for women. So it's going to be one of them poems. It's also a very good fan. So it's called Splendid Stomach. Splendid stomach sturdy against dour monstrous birth, the present is a fitting time for Mary Edith Peach MD. The red and the white, the childless and the child-giving, Elizabeth Blackwell MD. The highest standards of the female, the first monster in nature. A chant for a man with a barren wife. Boil earth gall in water for morning sickness and sweeten it with honey and sip it up, Amy Ray Barks MD. Wide and patient study which is afforded by the lunar energy that fills the belly of women, spew therein the milk, the woman who cannot nourish her child, in the womb. Sophia Jex Black MD. Pendendium vulva cunt impregnated by the seed of a man who had bathed in the same water. She sheds her misfortune into the stream by spewing her monthly curses. Dr. Helena Wright. The London degree, we beg, extends to women the incentive to take in their own hands the two kinds of love juice. And do I have it feels like a century has passed.
You've got loads of time.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. In case you hadn't actually noticed, all of these are about women and women's bits and medical. I could have put that in a slightly more gracious way. Women's medical needs. And this one is about. No, this one. This is a better one. The other one's rubbish. It's called Headless Dogs, and it's from a myth from Dartmoor and other parts of England, but mostly focusing on Dartmoor, that when a child died in utero or was stillborn, oh, so cheerful, look at all your radiating smiling faces, it would become a headless dog and it would roam the moors and attack people with no head. So I don't know how bad the attack was, but I think it would have been pretty scary. And in Finland, in Finnish folklore, it's a completely opposite way of looking at the death of children. They become something called hira, which are little spirits that come into your house and fuck your shit up, basically, if you're not very nice to them. And they have a celebration once a year where they honour the hira. So this poem is called Headless Dogs. So, headless dogs roam across moorland in search of the wombs they ran from so prematurely. What will they do when they find us? Open a new door, blood and teeth, rip me open, Kira, you are welcome home, you warped imps. You are restricted to the darkest corners of kitchen cupboards, of drawers of odds and ends and stained white sheets, and we'll honour you once a year. But what good would that do, when we hope secretly that your sister is not lurking? And I've nearly run out of words. So I'm going to do one more, which is, I suppose, premature, late trigger warning. This is also about miscarriage and abortion. Sorry, should have said that before. So this is called Mother Earth, and this is where the title of the book comes from. So, bulbous planet sleeps, drifts through inky blackness. Interstellar lace curtains hangs overhead, and pricks of light called stars bleach quiet shapes into her eyes. Towards the barrenness of her southernmost pole, the sea begins to boil, a visitor from far away thrust unwanted into her ocean. A silent relic, a colony of beings not yet civilized, foreign to her lands, accustomed to her climate not yet, and begin. They're quiet, so not to wake her. The earth sings its greedy song and shakes her crimson mountains and rocks the soft valleys where the little ones dwell, and they still don't want to wake her. And eruptions of volcanoes and storms of burning rock expel the subtle children from their hidden homes, land cast adrift in space. As they float, they sing their swan song, and hollow quakes within. And that's everything I have.